Breaking news. The Los Angeles Lakers have agreed to trade D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith and Milton. This trade was a blockbuster trade by the Lakers. It's a game-changing move. It puts the Lakers on top for contention. I really believe this is going to put them as one of the elite teams in the league. No, I'm just joking. If you didn't catch that, that's just me being sarcastic. I don't think this trade moves the needle for them just in any way, really. If anything, it might move the needle a little bit back for them in the sense that D'Angelo Russell was like the only legit guard they had on their roster. Really, if you look at the Lakers roster, he's the only guy who they have that has like really good ball handling skills to bring the ball up and down the court and can be somewhat of a playmaker. I would say prior to the season, the past 2 seasons, D'Angelo Russell, at least during regular season, was very good for the Lakers. When you look at his numbers, just what he did the past 2 seasons, he was averaging around 17 to 18 points a game, shooting above like 45% overall from the field and about over 40% overall from 3. So he was a good player in their system, to be honest, the previous 2 seasons. This year, he was struggling just really badly in the sense his numbers dropped. Had a huge drop. He was averaging 12.4 points per game this year, 41% overall from the field, 33 from 3. I would say this season was probably his worst season since his rookie year, ironically, which was with the Lakers. So it's like full circle. It comes back. And the funny thing about it is the Lakers would eventually trade him during the first stint after 2 seasons with them to the Brooklyn Nets. It's kind of like ironic. The same thing basically happened again. It was actually in Brooklyn where D'Angelo found himself and became an all-star player for 1 year over there. So this might actually help him. But when I look at the Lakers, what they got, Dorian Smith is actually a very good role player. I would say he's an elite role player. He's a great 3-and-D guy. This season, he's averaging 10.4 points per game, 45% from the field, 43 from 3. So he's always been a very good defensive player. I would say that. Just, your typical 3-and-D guy. When he played for the Mavericks, he was very good for them. He was a fan favorite. He was just like the best type of role player you could ask for. This guy on a championship team would be very good. Now, in past years, when the Lakers had a championship team, I think this would have been a great move for them. But he doesn't fix their problems overall they have on their team, really, which is LeBron is no longer in his prime. He can no longer win a championship being the guy, but LeBron still struggles with that. He still wants to be the man. And plus, LeBron's defense has just dropped off of a cliff. He's not going to solve those problems. The Lakers, like I keep saying, and I'll continue to push it, they're not going to win a title with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. It's just it's not going to happen. To really win another title, they would need another legit superstar like a Giannis or a Jokic or a Doncic, and that's just not going to happen. So I think these moves are just like minor moves that the Lakers are doing, kind of like bandage moves that might stop some of the bleeding, but they don't really resolve the overall problem, which is this team cannot win with LeBron being their best player. It's just not going to happen, and they actually just need another star. But he's a solid player. I had to say with getting Dorian Finney-Smith, he's a very solid player. He has some value, I feel, throughout the league just by being a very good role player. So he's a good asset to have. Maybe they could flip him for something else later on. But the Lakers are just not going to get better until LeBron is just retired. Well, I would say in the sense that they won't be able to finally rebuild and become a contender through a rebuilding process until LeBron's gone. So this move doesn't change anything for them. I think even with this move, they're still going to be where they're at in the West. Just a team that's somewhere ranked 6 through 8, maybe a play-in team. Their ceiling is very low. If they get in the playoffs, I see this team as a first-round and out team. But that's pretty much all I had to say about this trade. Don't have anything else to say.